Hello, my fellow Cybertronians. I am so glad to see you here today. I really am. Thank you for showing up this Saturday, my friends. Glad to see you. I see a lot of new names in the chat. I also see a number of regulars. I'm glad to hear that. And I'm glad to see that, too. So we're going to start off. Volcanicus69 was the first in the chat today. He's also one of our server moderators as well as community moderators here on CFTactics. We've got Sharksy. We've got Broccoli, who he and I have been doing a lot of collaborations together lately. And I'll discuss more about that. But last week we started conceptualizing and expanding upon the concept of balancing combiners, which we have an active channel on my server going on right now. And we've got Fireclaw, who's also one of our moderators. He's one of my alliance mates and just one of those community support here. We've got Reshimine, who is a great content creator. Check out his channel. Support him, please, because I mean, as I saw earlier in the chat, we don't have as many content creators as we used to, but I like to think that that's because of the quality and not quantity of the content creators, but we do still have a good number of them out there. We've got Mark who showed up. Thank you, Mark, for coming in today. We've got Emilio Obregon. Thank you for coming on the channel today. We've got some of the regulars. Let's see. We've got J-Rad. We've got Ultra C.O.M.B.A.T.s in the house. Again, support your local content creators. You know, we all do a good job. Check out C.O.M.B.A.T.s' channel, Soljas, Reshimines, mine, Krotos. We've got a lot of good content creators out there. And hopefully maybe we'll get a couple of more official ones out here. Right now, I am still the reigning Decepticon one. You know, we've got Solja and Ultra C.O.M.B.A.T.s. They do the bot side stuff. I mean, Solja kind of walks the line. He does a little bit for bots and a little bit for cons, but most of his streams and his content is bot oriented. So, you know, I'm still the reigning con here. We've got Yabushiba. We've got, let's see, wow, a lot of people are just talking here. I saw J-Rad come on earlier, and there he is in the chat. Welcome to the stream, J-Rad. So yeah, got a lot of good regulars here, got a lot of good friends coming on. So yeah, we're moving along. We're doing some good stuff. Now, on to the good announcements, because, you know, what good is a channel if I don't supply some news? Okay. Well, as you guys are probably aware, we've got the new C.O.M.B.A.T.s coming. That's Wingblaze and Chopster. Here in the infographic, they're swapped. Chopster is first, and then there's Wingblaze for the bots. Okay, this saga, Season 57, we're going to be celebrating the 40th anniversary of Transformers the movie. And I know for a lot of players out there and a lot of Transformers fans, this caused some undue 1980s Gen X trauma watching Optimus Prime die. I, fortunately, was not one of those kids that was traumatized by that. I celebrated it because, you know, I'm a Decepticon. What can I say? We have a new bot coming in. Right now it's in playtest, and I am showing here in the infographic their alt mode. Now I've got all the detail hidden in such, because I want you guys to take a look at this. And granted, I don't have anything to give away at the moment, but I want to see if you guys can guess who we've got going here for our new bot. We've got Dev0 that just joined the chat. We've got Spen that joined the chat. Welcome, guys. And I totally forgot to mention my good buddy and general pain in my Decepticon side, Trax80. You know, he's also one of my server moderators as well. Good friend. You know, we will go back and forth on it. And as I had just previously mentioned, Broccoli and I, we've been doing some behind-the-scenes collaborations aside from the combiner balancing discussions going on. We've also been doing some really cool range building, and what I mean by that is that Broccoli and I actually approached Broccoli on this because we were talking about it, and we've got I had discovered that we have some interesting defaults in the game. We've got some class range defaults. Now, keep in mind, what I'm showing you up on the screen right now is still a work in progress. And Broccoli and I are trying our best to get these narrowed down as best as possible. There is some variance on this, but this is some data that I've gathered from the game, some data that he's gathered from the game, because I don't even remember what started it. I think I approached him and said, hey, check out what I discovered. And discovered that, there's a default range. This is special ability range. This is not standard attack range for each class. Each class has some defaults. And then some bots, they do differ within that class. Some are a little bit longer, some are a little bit shorter. And then, of course, you get into the whole mechanics of equipment and cores, and that changes it. But I thought, why don't we put out or work on a sheet that gives us the default range classes, and we've got this kind of working right now. It's not perfect, it's not refined, but we are going to be making adjustments to it, trying to get it solidified a bit, so that we can get far more. I mean, it's fairly accurate as it is, because I know I've gotten this data from the game and stuff, but we've got a lot of back and behind the scenes stuff going on, so it's kind of cool that way. But I want to ask my community and my chat right now, based upon this very generic, very bland alt image, who do you guys think is this bot? Who do you guys think this new bot coming to the game is? I really want to hear your thoughts on this, because I want to know who. Now, I'm going to give you a couple of hints here. The bot has only been, to my knowledge, seen within the '86 movie. And I don't recall his species or any other, or himself, ever reappearing in seasons 3 or seasons 4 of the G1 Transformer show. So I'm going to try to help narrow it down a little bit there. Volcanicus. No, he's not part of the combiners. Not part of the new combiners. At least not that I've been given. Sharksy actually got the dang thing right. I can't believe it. It is, and he's right. He is right in this case. It is Kranix. And we've got a nice model for Kranix here. The last survivor of Lithone. So yeah, I'm surprised Sharksy got that one, to be honest. I really, really am. But yes, it is Kranix. And I'll show you the detail of his alt mode now. And there you guys go. So he's going to be an air class bot. So yeah, this is going to be interesting. And maybe I'll show him off when we do some play test. Maybe. Okay, who am I kidding? he is going to get shown off. But as part of this new bot, and wrong one, wrong screen again. I'm all over the place. I keep clicking the wrong one. But as part of this new bot, I've already been able to compile a data sheet for him. So yeah, he is an air class bot. He's got a really cool, really unique ability, which I'll go into when we start going over the playtest server a little bit and going over the new combats as well. And maybe we'll even try him out. He is bifactional, or as C.O.M.B.A.T.s said, he's faction agnostic. So you'll be able to get him on both the Decepticons and the Autobots, and hence why my new data sheet is highlighted in green. I decided green was a good color for bifactional bots. And so yeah, we got this new bot in playtest earlier this week. I think it was actually Thursday we got him. But at the same time that the newsletter went out. So this is going to be really fun and really interesting to try out. I'm really looking forward to trying out this bot with you guys. Well, Sharksy, I don't think there's an 86th movie. I think there was an 1986 movie, which is the original, but I don't think there's been an 86th Transformers movie, though I will admit I've been kind of out of certain circles in that regard. But yeah. So let's dive into that. Let's dive into that and the new bots, shall we? And I hope you guys have noticed that some of my transitions and stuff have been a little smoother. I'm still on the screen here, even though I'm up here, up in the upper left-hand corner now. I've been trying out some new things. I shared a couple of OBS scripts that I shared with C.O.M.B.A.T.s and Soldier, so that it can help them out with their videos and their streams as well. But yeah, I hope everybody is enjoying the small refinements that I'm making on the stream. But here we go. We've got Chopster. And Chopster is a melee combat. And this is at max rate right now, that you can gain up to 41% DPS. And that's based upon the bot he's equipped to. So, like I had said in previous streams, in previous videos, this is where he's kind of like Tyrannotron and Scorpulator. You know, you want to equip this guy to a high DPS bot. And considering that the majority of melee range bots and warrior class bots are high DPS, he's a good choice for a good number of them. And approximately every 11 seconds, he lands a massive strike. I know that we showcased that last week. We'll showcase it again this week in use, so that you'll see that he does a little bit of an AoE damage on with the equipped bot. So that will definitely help. And this massive strike deals 2.5 times your damage as fire damage over 3 seconds in an area. So like I said, he's got a small AoE. He does fire damage. So my recommendations is harness that damage synergy. Hook him up to an acid warrior bot. You want to kind of harness that damage synergy. And Reshimine is right, kind of like Buzz Strike. Yes. And guys, realize I am reading the chat as I'm going through, so if I sound disconnected, it's because I'm reading something. But yeah, so I mean, he's gonna be a good high DPS melee combat. And I'm gonna right now, as you can see, I've got him equipped to Headstrong. I really like Headstrong in that regard because he has the acid. So let's dive in and see what Chopster does. Let's see what he's really kicking out here. And I got Tantrum on this squad because I was doing some testing with Broccoli earlier, like I said. But yeah, we want Headstrong. Let's get Headstrong in here. There he is. And I'm going to throw... And no, guys, I'm not throwing the new bot in here yet. I'm going to leave it. I'm going to leave you guys in suspense. I totally am. Because, just because I am a cruel Decepticon. And in typical CFTactics fashion, we don't do anything in the recommended zone unless it's the last zone that we can do. So we're gonna be going this route with them, and that's an interesting combo there, J-Rad. Yeah, we could possibly put them on C.O.M.B.A.T.s as well. So that could be another good combo for him. Right now, I've got mine equipped to Headstrong just because of the fire and acid mix. And here we go. And we're going to zoom in a little bit here. And yeah, there you go. You can see it already happening, which is nice. Boom, and more. So I mean, he's really kicking it there. Loving it. And smash. Oh, that Titan took that one out. But we just saw the effect come into play, and it didn't hit anything, sadly. But as you can see, it's really good with the fire acid combo. It really is. He's doing a lot of fire damage in a decent AOE area of effect. So this could be a very promising combat for these bots. I'm not gonna lie. It's seemingly good. Hey Radio Wave, welcome to the stream. Hey Waza, good to see you, my friend. I'm glad that you made it up, you smeghead. Good to see you, bro. Good to see you. Yeah, this is the new combat, Chopster. It's a fire combat and equipable to melee bots. And we're gonna see if it goes on C.O.M.B.A.T. I've got a 5-star C.O.M.B.A.T. in here somewhere, right there. And I didn't want it. Let's put him on here. Chopster, yep, he goes with him. So let's see how he goes that way. And definitely good to see you, my friend. I didn't mean to exclude you, Waza, from any of the invites. I didn't remember if you got notified or not. But glad to see you, my friend. Glad to see you. And yeah, I call him a smeghead. Inside joke we've got for Red Dwarf stuff. So, you know, good stuff, good stuff. And always a pleasure to see you, Waza. Always. So yeah, let's see about this new combat. And yeah, we'll skip them because we're not going to be highlighting the other bot right here. And again, in typical CFTactics fashion, we don't do anything at the suggested zone unless it's the only zone we can play in. So, and here's Waza throwing out Thanos lines here that he's inevitable. So yeah, I caught that reference, and let's see. That'll work. That's a good close little proximity right now. But we'll zoom in here. And yeah, another acid melee, and we should see the ability kick in since we got a good cluster of things here. There it went, and did a nice little area damage. Now remember, that was only 2.5 times the damage, so it wasn't all that great, but it can help clear out. And I mean, we've got C.O.M.B.A.T. up here, and he's killing it already. Of course, I don't have we're soloing him, so I don't expect him to last too long, but it also helps if, hey, he took down the base. Nice. So, I mean, pretty good stuff. And of course, that was just in zone 15. But yeah, Waza, uh, what do you mean what happened to drag strip? Um, I'm not aware of anything that, I mean, I know that a lot of people have been saying about drag strip, changing targets on his ability and such. Huh, that's weird, Blade 19. I will have to check that out. But I also want to try another uh, melee class or melee range bot on Chopster here, and then maybe then we'll go into yeah. I want to see how it's gonna do. I want to see how it's gonna do on Dive Bomb. I know a lot of people don't like Dive Bomb. That's Windblade for the Autobots. But I find them very good bots. I treat them like bishops in chess, and I think that's what a lot of people don't take into account is that they can free roam over the board. You know, and let's see how good we can do with Dive Bomb slash Windblade. Let's get them over here. And I want them a little bit out of upper range so that we can focus on that. Still doing pretty good on the DPS side of things. I mean, wow, 41% DPS, but yeah, they're not going to last too long against that laser if that keeps holding up. So I got to put a shield in here somewhere. Oh, that outpost bot might hurt me too. That Alita 1 and that swoop might hurt too. So, okay, it's definitely based upon bot selection, but can still... I didn't expect my dive bomb to do much. But yeah, I mean, it's doing pretty good for a number of melee bots. So, and I mean, even dive bomb Windblade was doing pretty good at that. And of course, I don't have the max, nor do I have them at general rank here. I'm just playing them out, just testing it all out. All right. So, do you guys really want to see the new bot in play? I want some answers here. Come on, give me some answers. Do you guys want to see the new bot in play? Cuz I'll show it. I'll showcase it. Can we see drag strip? Well, I was trying to focus on the new stuff, but sure, I'll bring in drag strip real quick. Drag strip. All right. Oh wow, my 5-star drag strip is really really low. Let's try the 4-star then. And we'll throw that out. Let's see what my build is on this drag strip. My build is aimless, the G1 drag strip. Oh, yeah, no, they did redo him. I was unaware with that. So yeah, let's go see it happen. It's true. What Blade 19 said is true. He's targeting one target until it's destroyed. Huh. Well, let's see what happens. And he's geared for zone. We'll go 14. Yeah, as if anybody would say no, right? Right, Waza? Yeah, I'll showcase the new bot here after this, but let's see drag strip. And I want that target up there. I'm just trying to see. Oh, that is kind of janky, but he does retarget after it's destroyed. But that really, he could be more of a disruptor type now, kind of like how Crasher and oh wow, he did a lot on that. And his retargeting is slightly better too. All right, let's see. Bam, bam. He's got a damn good range though. He's got a very nice range. Let's see if he'll target that bot. He did too. Nice. Okay, and his retargeting isn't as bad as it was. So this is a definite somewhat improvement. I mean, I can see where Blade 19 and stuff is saying, where kind of miss the multiple targets. But if it is destroyed, he does retarget probably close to a closer target like that. Yeah, like that. And he will target outpost bots, so that's a plus. Let's see if we can target the HQ. Yeah. I mean, obviously, I know his hollows aren't going to take it down. But not bad. Not bad, not great. But I could see a good use for him though, being able to take out these long range targets. And being a gunner, he's coming back some, so I'm not gonna say it's an entirely bad change, but it could have been better disclosed, I guess. And yeah, like P.A.T.s is saying, he's seeing, a lot of people using him in Prime League hard mode. Yeah, I can see why, because that he can help take out long range targets in that case. So I'm not seeing that as necessarily a bad case, but and like Waza said, yeah, his targeting could definitely be fixed. Could use some adjustments. So overall, I'm not gonna say it's bad. It's not bad, but I'll be honest, I was unaware of the change. So yeah, Waza, I would have to agree with you. I can agree that changing the bot's usage from having a small AOE to a single target, that is frustrating, especially when you're expecting something, expecting something and seeing something else. And I don't recall ever seeing an announcement for that. So that's interesting. But yeah, that is weird. But thank you guys for bringing that up, because hey, at least we were able to look it over. And that's weird. But I'll admit, just because I didn't see an announcement about it doesn't mean that there wasn't one. But I get where everybody's coming from. I totally do. And then back here, I'm going to bring in my favorite just to show off. All right, guys. Here's the new bot coming up. His name is Kranix. He is the last survivor of Lithone. He's got an interesting little bio here. See, Trax, you're saying it was in the newsletter. I must have overlooked it. I get it. And I probably overlooked it. I probably did. But back to the new bot. He is the last survivor of Lithone. He's very well versed in the art of combat. A friar warrior. That's interesting. But I don't have him ranked up right now. He's at private. Okay. And I put Ravage on him. I've seen a couple of my fellow playtesters put SP Megatron or SP Optimus on him. And I've got a maxed G1 on him, which gives him 26.5% ability damage and hack immunity for the entire duration of the battle. That's going to be a bit of a game changer on this bot. He's got some decent stats going on. Now keep in mind, this is the 5-star, level 70, completely maxed, except for ranks. So he's at ability 11. And aside from hacking defenses in a medium area for like 7 seconds, there's also 120% attack speed and movement speed. So let's go give this new bot a run for his money. Let's go see. I hope this new air class bot does some good. And there he is right there, Kranix. And yeah, we're going to run him in zone 15. Just so that we have a decent baseline here for everybody. It's kind of Blades mixed with Overlord a little bit. I would kind of say that Waza, but at the same time, we'll see. And I know that Broccoli is saying that his G1 is bugged, but I'm still gonna give it a little bit here, see what happens. And yeah, he is hacking defenses. I'm loving watching that shock tower go. And he's got the range of like the standard air class, you know, like Scourge or Starscream, which is swoop or Jetfire for the Autobot players. So yeah, he's actually doing pretty good. He's got a mean range, some mean damage just based off of the G1. And as we can see, we've got some hack defenses down here. So this is nice, not so bad. We'll probably get a lot more refinements going on. The squad hack immunity isn't working. Okay, gotcha, Broccoli. Thank you, sir. Gotcha. Now, okay, so I do need a specific target on him to work. So he's not a free select around here. And he's doing a decent job. Granted, this is zone 15 on playtest. So take that with a grain of salt. But again, he's not doing too bad. His ability is 5+3 or 3+5, one of the two. I think it's 5+3. and like I said, we'll probably get him refined and fixed through playtest before he comes in for debut. We just got him like Thursday this week. So he's still good to know that he's freshly baked and probably still full of some bugs. But overall, potentially promising. I'm not gonna lie, he is potentially promising, and seems an interesting bot. We'll have to see what happens as we refine them in playtest. Yeah, that's a great thing. That's a great thing to note, Broccoli. Thank you. Yeah, the squad immunity is base wide range, so that'll be a game changer. Probably in Prime League Wars, you know, pretty much makes Legion Maximo. And I'm sorry, the cost is 3+2. Probably null and void in that case. But yeah, this is looking it's a good start. I'm not going to say anything more than that. You know, we still got some refinements to do, some tweaks and fixes to do. And here, I'll remove the G1 just so that you guys can see. And here's his basic stats right here, along with some of the perks. But yeah, overall, he's not doing bad. You know, he's got 793 base. He's got 19,700 base health. So he's gonna be a big, possibly a big choice for a lot of air players. So I definitely would not turn him away in that regard. And let's see how he does without the G1 right now, while we're testing it. And I'm gonna get rid of half shell. I'll put Crasher on here. Let's keep going with some new bots. I like playing with the new bots. So, and back up to zone 15. So yeah, Waza, shut up. With due respect, sir, shut up. This is great. And yes, Trax, I'm gonna zoom in this time. I wanted to go with a far zoom just to see how it was gonna crank in. But look, here, I'm zooming in, okay? I'm a zooming. Zoom, zoom, zoom. Alright, and let's go over here. I want a little bit of a hack AoE to see it in place here, so let's see. Boom, there we go. Oh, that was a perfect position to do it. So I mean, bam, bam, bam. You know, just taking these guys out. So he's gonna be I honestly would say he's more of a Dirge Mind Wipe in terms of the AoE aspect of it, and more of a Starscream or Jetfire in terms of the damage he's dealing, because he's actually dealing some really nice damage. Not as high a level out there, but he's doing pretty good. Let's bring Crasher in here because I want some of this crap out of the way. And we got really nothing down there to hack. Okay, we can probably hack up here. Let's see how about this range right here. Let's see if this will work. It did. So we've got at least 2 defenses up here getting hacked. So that's not bad. I mean, not great. Probably because of how I positioned it. So overall, not too bad. Okay, I got disabled, but I didn't get hacked, so that's good. And we're gonna bring Crasher down to do some targeting there. There we go. Alright, now I'm gonna hit the space bridge over here, which should hack this area here. And it did. Got those guys fighting against each other. Okay, yeah. So I can see this bot being equipped and applied kind of like Dirge or Mind Wipe. Maybe we'll test them in an outpost real quick, see how we'll do that way. But it does have promise. Now, whether or not he's going to be better or less, there's a good way that I can see this bot being used both ways. And his fight speed is a little slow. He is at 2.0. Waz is making a good point here, and I kind of like it. I'll stick with my original statement, but Waz is saying Jetfire blades and overload at a lower cost. Yeah, I really like. I do like the lower cost, and he's not. I just hope that they don't do what they did with Beachcomber and Deluge and try to put everything into this one bot. And Broccoli is also mentioning that there's one perk I didn't mention yet, which I am now, and that is take out the anti-hack build bot and hack the surrounding buildings in the same ability use. That's nice. I don't have. I'll try it against my base because I don't believe I have an anti-hack build bot here. I'll double check, but I don't believe I do. No, I got anti-cryo, anti-acid. Should be a zone heal there, an FFD there. But yeah, I don't have an anti-hack, so we'll try that. We'll try that on my base. We'll try that on my base and see, cause see, I got a bit of good clusters here, so we're gonna try Cranex on my base and see what happens. Because I think we're gonna see, I think we're gonna get a good baseline here. I'm gonna leave Crasher in this, and we're just gonna go. We're going to go with a regular battle right now. We'll try hard mode here in a minute. And yeah. Now, which vector do I want to attack from? I think I'm going to stay on the left flank, on the right flank of the base here. Now, let's see if I come right in here, go for that mortar. I should have a good hack radius. The beam laser hacks the build bot. Right. Yeah. Okay, yeah. See, that's kind of going how we kind of speculated there. Yeah, Brock, it is definitely going the kind of way that we had speculated there. No anti-hack build bot. And then that happens. So yeah, I'm actually kind of digging that. And actually, let me see if, now that I targeted the scanner. Okay, no, it just, I lost the hack on that one. But it did hack. It did hack. What did that? It hacked one of my Quintus cores. Where I had Quintus. It hacked one of the Sharkticons to go against the base. So that was interesting. That's good to know. This is why we play with things. Sometimes we go blind. Sometimes we do go blind. But that was actually a good little trial there. I wasn't expecting to win against my own base. We were testing the bots out. And Broccoli is asking, set up my test base set up with an anti-hack if you want to show it easily. Yeah, let's see that in place. Let me know when that's ready, Brock, and I'll go ahead and get it over there. Ultrapitus is saying another view is to imagine how much of a new entry mid-level player will love using Cranex with more as to win more and grow. I would agree with that, And Waza, I'm gonna kind of agree and disagree with you. Yes, they have similar animations, but they're really not the same kind of bot. Wheelie isn't kind of like Lightspeed. I would actually compare him more to like a Metal Hawk, just because he's got the element with them as opposed to Iron Bison not. And a lot of people don't like him because he doesn't trigger outposts. And honestly, in my opinion, I see that as a better overall benefit comparatively to Iron Bison, but that's me personally. And Brocco is saying that his base is ready. But you know, that's just, I guess it's just personal strategy, personal preference. You know, at that point, that's really what I would have to say. Is that it depends on what you're looking for. If you want to interrupt outposts, great, go ahead, trigger them. Use Iron Bison. If you don't and you want to keep the stealth aspect of it, you know, I'd say use Wheelie and Crasher at that point. That's my opinion. Plus, Crasher and Wheelie do an AoE, whereas Iron Bison really doesn't. And okay, here we go. Here's Brocco's base. Where's that anti-hack? I see fire, heal. That's the acid. Okay. Heal zone. Oh, might be behind it. That's a wall. Okay. Right, anti-fire. There's the anti-hack, right? No, that's the suppressor, and there is the zone heal. All right, Brock. I'm not seeing the anti-hack build bot on here. Where'd you put it? Right side cluster. Right side cluster over here. Aha! There it is. That's the high. Yeah, that's the suppressor. Okay, gotcha. All right, yeah, we'll bring him in here. Let's see how it works. Because I bet you 10-1 it will. Thanks, Brock. I'm half blind today, so apparently I'm half blind this week. But all right, let's crank it down in here. Okay, so we'll launch them, but we'll launch them both right here. And now I'm just going to say, for shits and giggles, I just want to say I'm going to try to hack that because I didn't pay attention. Yep, anti-hack is working, but it's hacking against the anti-hack bot. All right, now it's gone. That seemed odd. And we're going to go with the AoE here. So the laser's attacking. So yeah, it looked like it did work, Brock. It did look like it worked. I'll try it again, but this time I'll hit it directly first and see what happens. So yeah, let me restart that and we'll try it again. That was interesting. That was interesting. But that was fun. And yeah, again, I forgot that it wasn't named the anti-hack bone. It was like force field disruptor or something like that. So yeah. And Brocco again. And this time I'm gonna go directly and hit that build bot core to see if destroying it will allow us to still hack. Yeah, I was curious to see why it hacked the build bot. I was like, what the heck? But the build bot isn't going to do anything. So that's what kind of had me questioning it there for a minute. We might have to bring that up in PT of, hey, when I hit it, it hacked the build bot, but didn't. Let's see, destroyed it. Yep, I destroyed it, and the hack is still happening on the other buildings. It's kind of what I had expected because we're destroying the build bot. So. Disable, AoE, boom, there we go, Crasher. And I want these two things hacked, so boom, boom, boom. And if you can't see me, you can't hit me, so we're going to attack that cluster right there. Yeah, the AOE for Crasher is nice. And yeah, doing the Kranix attacks the Build-Bot, the hack still works after it's destroyed, as we were hoping and expecting it to do. But I am still odd that even in a zone that wasn't anti-hacked, it had it hacked the Build-Bot. That was interesting. Might have to save this footage for later. But yeah, that was cool. Broccoli is saying Kranix is too much, to be honest. He could be, but let's face it, he's not gonna be the kitchen sink bot like Deluge or Beachcomber was. So that's kind of a benefit, because I really don't want him to be that kind of a bot like we had last time. Yeah, Fireclaw, yeah, we're gonna try to get him fixed and adjusted before release. Now that's completely and utterly on the dev team. Can't really say much more about that. But yeah, we're gonna try to get that adjusted. So wow. Oh, Waza, it was great to see you. Yeah, we've got yard work going on. Sorry, Trax, I wasn't expecting it to be picked up on the mic. And that's Rue Dog. He's yelling at everybody, so. I don't know, Waza. We'll ask about having them be able to one-shot the Build-Bots and hack with a speed increase. We'll ask about it. So we'll definitely see. And yeah, sorry about the yard work, guys. Our landscaping guys are out here today. They usually never show up on weekends. It's really, really odd. But, wow. Yeah, don't have really much more to go over at the moment. So, guys, thanks for making this stream wonderful. Thank you for your feedback and your comments, as always. And we are the ones showed up too late. He's right here at the end of the stream. I was wondering where you were. But yeah, guys, there's a little bit more info on the new bot. You know, we'll get him fixed and adjusted and get his G1 core tweaked out. But yes, he will have one. And so that's pretty much going to end it for today for me, guys. Thank you guys for having a great stream. Thanks for the feedback. Waza, thank you for showing up, brother. It's good to see you. I know that retirement has been treating you well, so I'm glad to see you. J-Rad, thanks for coming on. Ultra Pittis, as always, glad to see you. Waza, you're always welcome on my server, bro. You can come in whenever you want, you know. So, yes, I am a dead-eyed Decepticon. I don't know about War Criminal, but I'll definitely go with dead-eyed Decepticon. I like that. Might be my new theme, dead-eyed Decepticon. But anyway, guys, thanks for a great stream. Thanks for the discussion. And as always, my Cybertronian friends, keep up the heroic nonsense. Have a good weekend, all.